All right, as far as getting started here with the game, I want to give credit to Oakland and that staff for doing a good job getting their guys ready and for their players playing hard. You know, it was a close game there at the end. We had some mistakes, and then offensively, defensively, special teams wise, in the end, you know, we just didn't play well enough. So that's where we're at. Again, credit goes to Oakland, and with that, I'll take questions. Yeah, you know, in this game, you know, it usually starts up front, and that's you know, we know that, we preach it, we talk it, we understand that, and we just, you know, throughout the game weren't real successful offensively with running the football this year, and so we need to figure out why. Yeah, well, we got some turnovers, got a little bit of momentum. To our guys' credit, they kept fighting. They put us in a position to win the game in the fourth quarter, and then we had the running into the kicker and the fake punt. So you know, it's unfortunate. Again, like I said, I'll give credit to Oakland. They came, they played hard, they played tough, and that's what happens when you play tough football and you do it with you play tough football. You usually win games. Had nothing to do with when we came here and when we didn't. It's about playing football.
Matt, without seeing the film, any understanding of what happened on the last interception?
No, I have no idea. I gotta look at it. You know, I just they gave different looks. It's just what he saw. Obviously, you know, it floated up there with no one around. But I don't. You know, there's a lot of other times. You know, a lot of other things we could have done to not have that happen. Mm-hmm. Well, you know. These, when you get me 20 minutes after a game, my emotions are going right now because I hate losing, and I know our guys in there hate losing. So it stings. It stings. It hurts. It's all the emotions that any normal person has when you lose. But after 5 games, we're 3-2. We've had a chance in most of the games to win. So we'll use this time as coaches to reflect and figure out how do we get better. And then we all need to do it together. And so this goes back to week 1. You know, it stinks losing. It's not fun. But what's the why part?
Matt, how do you describe what you saw in the third quarter from your guys after a subpar first half, the way they came out with that third quarter?
Well, we again, similar to Washington, it was very similar. You know, we got turnovers. You know, took some shots. We were aggressive, and so when that happens, you put pressure on the defense, and you know, that's why we scored those 3 touchdowns.
When you look at the running game struggles so far this season, what are your options in the bye week as you address that?
Our options are to play better. I mean, it's as simple as that. We need to be better. I mean, our run game needs to get better. I'm not going to get into the details right now.
What effect did it have in the game? I mean, was that a really deflating thing after last week and a shorthanded effort to ask you guys to do that 2 weeks in a row?
Well, yes and no. The yes part is anytime you have a leader like that's, you know, so confident, such a big guy there that can help stop the run game. They're really good at the run. That's a huge part of it. Then you lose them. I think just, you know, we've done some pretty good things as a defense the first 4 weeks stopping the run. You're always destined to have games like this. It's the NFL. So, you know, it happened. And so where I want to see happen is I want to see where when these times happen that we can you know, do a little bit more offensively, right, to be able to help that defense out after they you know, have 4 pretty good games. Yeah, well, you're seeing right now what he can do. The whole league's seeing it, and we appreciate that. I've said it from day one. This kid, he comes to work every single day. He works hard. He's passionate. He's tough. He cares about the game. He wants to do well. He wants to win. That's what happens when you do that.
What was your first impression of how Anthony played? He made a big catch
Who's that? 17? Yeah. Yeah, I got to go back and look at some of them. I mean, the field position thing penalty that hurt us. We had a double whammy, field position off the kickoff, and then another one at the end, and so sloppiness there. You know, it's just not. Just some of those. I got to go back and see. I haven't seen it all, so I don't want to question or judge until I see it. But I just know big picture wise, that stuff hurt.
Given the situation, what's the coaching point on the running into the kicker there at that point?
Yeah, again, I didn't even see it. I'm down looking at trying, and so you know, you got to try to avoid them and give them space at all costs. You know, you know, there was one that we had too that was, you know, I think I got to see that one again too. They said he got shoved into the back. So, but it's all a part of it, and you know, that it still made it 4th down. You know, all that said, so.
Do you guys have any thought about maybe this would be an opportunity where they could fake?
Oh yeah, you know that. Yeah, you still got to stop it. I mean, we knew that it could certainly come. You got to stop it.
You guys did get Chase kind of on track in the second half with their tricks to kind of get them going.
Yeah, we threw the ball a little bit.
What did you make of this statement?
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's the first thing you do. You walk in here and you just see it. It's state of the art. It's top notch. It's you talk about doing things the right way. I mean, it blows you away. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Seemed like quite a heavy sort of Bears crowd as well.
Yeah, that's how our fans go. You know, we got fans everywhere, and that's what's so neat about this whole thing. And then you know, for all of us, you hurt because we all want it. They all want it. They're passionate. They're Bears fans everywhere you go, and so these are the ones that crawl you a little bit. So we gotta dig deep right now. I need to figure out as a leader of this team what our hot buttons are, or how we get better in certain areas.
What's your process in the next day or so of sort of getting past the raw emotion of right now, processing it in the way that you need to?
Just the same way that I've always done it. We're 5 games in. We'll have the bye week, but you know, for me as a head coach, that's one part. Then I got to shift and I got to go to, you know, as the offense goes, and numbers don't lie, you know. Not good enough. Not. You put in a lot of work to be better, and we know where we're at. And so it's my job to make sure that it gets better. And what's the how? What's the why? And I believe wholeheartedly in all of our guys. Again, but we need to each person, every coach, every player. It's time to start looking at themselves in the mirror and figuring out why you're out there. And why we're out there, you know.
The offense specifically, what does the extra time
Go back and watch a lot more and see the what we think is the why in a lot of areas. You know, you think you know what the whys are, and then you got to figure out. You got to confirm it. So there'll be a lot of confirmation going on here. I know by me this next week. And I'm going to have a lot more answers for myself being able to. That's why sometimes those buys, everyone says, oh, you don't want it early. Just so happens ours is early. And so the other thing is our guys, they'll recover. We have a bunch of strong people now in that locker room. So they're pissed off right now. They're not happy. And so they're in there and they're going to figure it out. And leaders create leaders, right? So right now they got to lead themselves. And no more talking. We go out there and we just play. We're 3-2. And that's the good part. There's a lot of teams right now that aren't 3-2.
Looking for guys to make the play in the second half. Allen Robinson was making some of those plays. What did you think about that, especially that one on the sideline?
Yeah, it was great. He's a playmaker. He's special. He's somebody that makes you a good coach. Makes you call good plays. When you do stuff like that, you become a good coach. I don't think it is, but I don't, you know, again, I'll get into more and find out more details. You know, he was in pain. You could see that, but we'll get more answers here.
Jason, it looked like a miscommunication on the final interception. Can you just walk us through what happened?
Yeah, I mean that's one we want back. That's one of our stable plays. We made a check and you know, at the end they made a better play. They, you know, the whole game they were pretty tight on our outside receivers, and you know, I'm not even sure who intercepted it, but the corner who really I thought was supposed to have Javon Wims really fell off. I saw the nickel falling off. Anthony took it a little lower than I wanted, but that's just completely on me. Like there's two throws I want back, right? The first interception that gave him a short field, and obviously that one. Like I feel like, that's one that I should probably check down.
Do you blame yourself on plays like that, or is that a team? Is that considered a team error, a miscommunication, or do you put that on you?
No, it's completely on me, and there's no excuses for it. You're in a chance to, you're 16, 17 yards away with a chance to tie the game and send it to overtime. And I like our chances the way we've been playing really in the second half. And it's unfortunate just we didn't get a lot of chances in the first half. And when we did, we turned the ball over. I took a sack. We couldn't stay on the field. We weren't very good. So it just felt like really no rhythm in the first half. And then third quarter, our defense gets a stop. Really turnover, right? And short field score. Tariq has that return score. Long drive score. And even going into the fourth quarter, we had, the backed up where our defense got another turnover at the 1 yard line, but we flipped the field. We ended up punting at midfield, and they got the ball down at the 2 or 3. So I felt good about that drive, even though it didn't end in a touchdown. And, it was a crazy game of sorts. It felt like in the second half, we had some rhythm. First half, we only had 50 plays. You should average 60, 65, and, we just couldn't stay on the field.
Why do you think you guys got off to a slow start?
Well, I liked our first drive. I thought that was really good. I thought we moved the ball pretty well. I think we had, 2 penalties that really hurt us and put us in, second and long, then third and long. And then the next drive, I'm not sure what happened. I think, we went 3 and out. The next drive, I think it was the interception or something like that. And then, we couldn't get going. We were just hurting ourselves. Bottom line, and credit to that defense. It's a great defense. They played us in a lot of too high, and they were really good against the run today too.
Those throws to Miller and to Robinson, good throws, great catches. At that point, do you feel like it's going your way and you're going to be able to finish it? It just seemed like the momentum after the start was going.
Yeah, listen, anytime you're down in the NFL 17-0, it's always hard to come back, right? They're good teams, but when we went in at halftime, there was no panic. It was cool, calm, let's go make a play, and the whole thing was one play at a time mentality. And I thought we really did that for the most part. And listen, our defense, they put us in a chance to win it at the end. We were moving the football, we were up to midfield, so I felt really good about it. But yeah, it was a weird game of sorts. We didn't really stay on the field like we did last game, so our defense was a little winded, and put that stuff on us.
That catch by Robinson, 32 yards from the 3. In live, can you appreciate just what a great play that was?
Yeah.
I don't know what your vantage point is on that, but.
Yeah, my vantage point he was on a safety, and the whole time we were at empty, they were showing this double B drop, double B bring it. So it was either hot or you could get it. I felt like they were, moving out of the B gap, so we had some time. And we had more, guys blocking than they were rushing. And before the snap, I sort of head bobbed to A-Rob, and he knew what I was talking about in that play. Gave him a little, inside fade route, and. It was a heck of a route. Our offensive line blocked really well. I thought that was a big play in the game for momentum-wise, really to just flip the field, to get out of back. It was 3rd and 8 at the 2 or 3 yard line, so that felt good.
Being this your first start of the season, how different did it feel, with the whole London trip and then being on the road with having so many Bears fans here? Like, what did it feel like?
Yeah, listen, all that stuff, it's secondary. It can be a distraction if you let it, and I don't think we let it. I just think we didn't play well. Bottom line, all this stuff, at the end of the day, your job is to go out and win football games. And, top to bottom today, we didn't do it. I was really, really proud of our fight that we showed in the team, the character, the culture, because that there was zero panic at halftime. We just said, let's go one play at a time, and then you score one, and you're like, hey, who's going to make the next big play? Tariq, okay, all right, now A-Rod. Like, it just gets rolling like that, and I thought we were moving the ball pretty well in the second half. Yeah, it makes it even tougher because it is the bye week, right? You gotta sit on this for quite a while, and it didn't make it feel good. I just think you regroup. You're 3-2. I don't know what we were last Last time at this point in the season, I think at one point we were 3-3. So the biggest thing is just fixing on the mistakes, watching it, being hard on yourself. You know, I'm the hardest guy on myself. I didn't play well enough today. Back up, regardless, London, it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't. I expect more of myself, and you know, we'll watch the film. We'll try to move on, and you know, win some more games.
Jason, once you got down at the end there, you're trying to, you know they're bringing the heat on you. So, how do you feel just in general, considering that they're bringing it? How do you feel like in general, as a team, you handled the pressure? You as a quarterback, and also
Yeah.
you know just as an offense.
Yeah, I thought we were really good on blitz pickup all day. They got us on one they really hadn't shown on film, and we actually had the right guys to block it. They out schemed us a little bit on that one. Sometimes that happens. They're National Football League players too, but yeah, it happens sometimes.
Is it hard to pinpoint the struggles in the run game right now?
You know, we just got to stay at it. We just got to stay at it. We got to trust it, and you know, at the end of the day, when coach puts the ball in my hand, you know, I expect to win a game, and you know, we didn't do that today.
You feel like you get a break on the interception was nullified, that roughing the passer penalty.
Stuff like that.
Roughing the passer.
I mean, I felt like it was, and it was called. So yeah, it was roughing the passer.